Wouldn't you drive that car?
Huh?
An El Camino with a Capri camper on it?
What's an El Camino?
Oh my God.
You don't know what an El Camino is? What country are you from?
Australia.
It's
Australia?
the cars with the pickup bed.
Oh.
It's an El Camino. I wanted an El Camino so bad when I was a kid.
They got pickup
Might have to
beds.
put some airbags in it. It might squat a little with the camper.
I remember the moment I saw a guy.
Well, that's what I said. Get them to build one for the El Camino.
I was in kindergarten and I saw a guy driving one. It was down the street. Because I lived in Snyder. All your buddies go there. Did you go to Snyder?
Mm-mm.
I thought that was like Australians had to go to Snyder. That was like part of the.
That's the only place they'd let them in.
It was part of the retrieval
Cruising down the street in my El Camino.
in Snyder, Texas. Did you go to school when you came over here?
Yeah, I went to Sul Ross in Alpine.
Didn't learn anything.
Well, that's kind of in the direction of Snyder.
Still in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. We've got today in the house not only the one and only Dale Brisby, but we've got two other bull riders I've been mentoring for a time. They're best friends.
Yeah.
Easy.
JB Mauney,
Acquaintances,
Kai
I'd say.
Hamilton. I've been excited about this podcast for a while, getting you two together, because to hear the encouragement between these two, it's just, it's inspiring. You know, it really embodies the camaraderie of rodeo cowboys going down the road with each other.
No, it doesn't. Because when I went down the road with him, I'd tell him, stay on. Like,
Do good.
I'd encourage him in a positive way. You better ride good or this one's going to give you another broken eye socket.
JB's way of encouraging is,
Some people go at it different.
yeah,
Potato.
you're a little more black and white.
Yeah. Most of the time he rides good around me because he knows I'll make fun of him if he doesn't.
Well, you just showed me a sequence of pictures where it looked like you were bucking off, and in the background you can see it's frame by frame, and you can see JB starting to smile as you. I think your foot might have touched the ground,
It was close.
and then as you pick yourself back up, which it was into your hand too, which is impressive. JB began his smile began to fade
As I started to come back up.
as you made your comeback. It was just an authentic joy that came over him because you were about to make fun of him.
Oh, man, I was already thinking about all the things I could tell him.
Yeah.
And then he sat back up and I was like,
Yeah. That's why you need him on the back of the chutes at the NFR this year. You don't think it'll help?
I don't think it'll help.
It's probably the same way that Stetson encourages you.
Definitely not.
don't let him lie to you, though. If he goes to riding bad, ask him who he calls.
Did you go? How many rodeos did you go with JB to?
We went to Mercedes. We were in Houston the same time.
Enough that it's hard to count.
Yeah.
Enough. And
The NFR.
I went, yeah, enough.
Went to that one.
The best one, well, no, it wasn't the best, but it is a funny story, is when I was up in Filer before he was, and the next day I called him to see what he was doing, and he said he was headed to Filer, and I was headed to Ellensburg, and I asked him if he was going over there to win third, because I was winning second at the time. And I wound up winning third, and he won second.
I called him back that night and I said, nope, evidently you went to Fowler to win third. He's like, you suck.
You suck. Well, you couldn't have called him too early in the morning because he's always sleeping in, right?
Yeah, no, I waited till later in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That was maybe what would have kept y'all at odds if y'all would have traveled together more, huh?
It would have been perfect because he could have started the morning drives, and I could have done the night drives.
Yeah. Yeah, you've always been a morning person, though, huh?
Well, not always. There was quite a few years around his age bracket that.
Yeah, see, he makes fun of me, but he forgets what he did at 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, he doesn't do it like I did it.
Yeah.
Like if I went about it the way he does, I'd be up at 6 o'clock every morning.
How close are you and Stetson? Pretty tight
close.
now. I mean, in the race. I know y'all are good friends.
Oh, yeah.
What's he at? 3?
I'm like a go round behind him. 30 something thousand.
That's not bad. And then Wasey's in the middle.
He's ahead
Second.
of Stetson. But
Oh, he is. That's right.
Like $2,000 or something like that.
Gotcha. Well, here it is. I mean, you get to go to...
Should have rode better.
Should have what?
Rode better.
I waited till the last minute.
You did hit a lick towards the end.
It was good.
We were doing a bunch of live streams for Cowboy Channel. What was it, like 6 rodeos, Donnie? It was all in September. That was about the time you caught on fire.
He about caught his place on fire the other day.
What happened?
Trying to weld.
Yep.
You don't know how to weld?
No, I can weld.
That's a matter of opinion.
It depends what I'm welding. Depends what I'm welding. I wasn't real good at welding the sheet metal to the pipe, but if I'm just welding pipe to pipe, I can do better.
Yeah. Why don't you just use Hunter?
Well, most of the time I do, but every now and again I wake up and I think I'm a welder and I do some stuff myself.
Because JB steals him all the time?
Yep.
I called him to come to my house like 3 months ago. He still hadn't even made it over there to look because he's just welding at your house the whole time.
Oh, he's going to be here for a while.
You got some plans? I better just call somebody else.
A lot. They got half of one trap where the head gates were from the dairy.
Yeah.
They took both sets of head gates down, run post, top rail, continuous paneled it. They got to do the other side. Once they finish the other side, then we're going to make that one big trap out there in the pasture. Have a bunch of pins.
Is that because of your recent post on social media where you told people you would take outside bulls?
Yeah, and that way I've got more options.
Do you want me... Should we share his phone number so people can...
You should not share my phone number. That's fine. You can share my phone number. You can call me anytime because I don't answer the damn thing anyways.
Does he answer when you call?
9 times out of 10.
Yeah. You should turn you're kind of like Humptown is like a little
No, it's
Bucktown.
not. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
That's not
It's
way
way
cool.
better.
No, it's not.
You could take outside bulls.
No, I could not.
You just need you a little Gennaro like JB has.
I kept the acreage to a minimum, so I would keep the animals to a minimum, and which means the work is minimal.
And the best part, I'm not going to the NFR this year, so I've got 10 days to think about what I can do to that place when he is gone.
Just go make it better.
Yes.
It's going to be locked up like Fort Knox.
Yeah, locked up. I got bolt cutters and side grinders, and then his camera, Gennaro let me in on the secret that his cameras are wired to his power, so all I got to do is flip the breaker and the security cameras go out.
We're just giving all your secrets away.
Yeah, now people are going to break into my house. They know
There's still what?
they flip the breaker off. I
dirty
can't see what
clothes?
they're doing.
They're dirty clothes? Don't worry, I'm going to tape over your security cameras. Once I get done doing what I'm doing, I'll take it back off.
Why didn't you get one on this side of town? Could have been closer to Bucktown.
Yeah, that's probably why he went the other way.
I needed to be separated by town.
Just give yourself a break every now and then.
Yeah.
It's not built like I was. He's a little weaker, you know.
He just needs a break.
Poor feller.
Who needs enemies?
Right.
Truth.
Hey,
hurts.
we did take your stitches out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
that saved me some money, I guess.
Yeah.
I forgot to cancel that appointment.
Now he's probably going to have to pay for it anyways.
You actually cost me an extra $50.
Yeah.
What was I about to ask? Oh, today's Tuesday. Why aren't we bucking?
It's a little wet. It's a little moist in Bucktown.
I thought you said you needed to give the bull riders an extra week so they could grow a set of nuts.
Should
That
have done
also.
Should have done Bucktown practice and posted it on Instagram and put Butt's address.
Bart would have been real pleased.
Yeah. There's not been as many bull riders here as I thought there would be for an open practice.
I know. Most of them I can't talk to like I do Kai. They take it all personal and get all butt hurt and they don't ever come back. There's a few of them.
Yeah. I could see how, if you're not used to it, something here might hurt your feelings.
I'm used to it and it still hurts my feelings sometimes.
The truth hurts sometimes.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, you don't sugarcoat much.
Well, no, and he was with me one day when Tough called me on my truck phone, and I mean just ragged me and ragged me and ragged
Yeah,
me.
that does make me feel better about it.
And I hang up, and he said, well, it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? He said, that's what you do to me. I was like, yeah, I know. Now you see where I learned it from. And I said, there was one that was worse than Tough. Who? I said, Razor. He's like, really? I was like, oh, yeah. I got a phone call and a voicemail every week. Hey, are you retired? I've been watching. I haven't seen you. Are you just falling off? I mean, just on and on and on. And I'd be like, all right, you old bastard, watch this.
Razor's been bringing his boy Will over to get on Bronx. He's been over there about, 5 practices. And Cam got on a bull and bucked off. And what do you think, Razor? Just looked off. Got to try harder. just like as few words as he could tell.
Oh, yeah, he don't get into too much detail
Yeah.
most of the time.
That's funny. He would also leave you some voicemails telling you that he thought you were riding good.
Oh, yeah, at the end of every voicemail, like he would rag me for 30 minutes on a voicemail, and then at the very end, he was with a few extra choice words that would get bleeped out if I said them, so he would say, I love you like a you bull riding.
So does JB do that at the end of his?
Every now and again, good ride. Every now and again, good job.
You can't let his head get too big.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't let anybody's head get too big here. That's the.
Got to keep him humbled. Makes him try harder.
We were watching a video of Ty getting on here from a few weeks back, and Jagger was dogging Ty. What did he say?
He blasted you out of there.
He bucked you off fast, and then he followed up. He's like, he blasted you out of there. Like, bucking off fast wasn't descriptive enough. Like, he had to add blast to it. Very black and white. Thank you, Jagger. Yeah, that's what you said then. If your old ego gets too big, just show up and let Jagger help
What
you.
did he say today? Yeah, let's go. I'm not waiting on this slow.
Something like that. I'm not waiting on.
I'm like, this little.
He had a birthday party to go to, man.
Yeah.
Samantha said,
Let's go.
You want to watch Kai's first bull? No, I'm not waiting on his slow. And now he's in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
So he's only going to be that much tougher. Has he been getting on lately?
Jagger?
Yeah.
Some, occasionally. Right now I'm watching a video of him playing football at the birthday party. I wonder if he'll pull out any of his jiu-jitsu.
JB said that he's been trying to get you to ride practice bulls in tennis shoes for years, and you
Yeah.
never would. And then
About 4.
just here recently, you just started getting on in tennis shoes.
Some people go learn for themselves.
Yeah, on the way back from Granbury, when he bucked off the bull, I told him that he entered in a bull team. He said, I think I need to run some bulls in and get on them with my tennis shoes to make me move. Really? It's weird. Never would have guessed.
For some reason, when the dad says it, it just doesn't mean as much
No.
when it's your idea. It's all about timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many have you been on in your tennis shoes? The 2 that one day.
6.
6. How did it feel?
A lot better.
Yeah.
Felt a lot better today with my spares on too, so
Yeah.
might be something to it.
It might be easier riding in your tennis shoes and figuring out where you're supposed to be and how to ride them. And then when you got your spurs on, it's that much easier.
How much
Weird how that works.
how often did you ride in tennis shoes?
A bunch.
Yeah.
Because one, like, the real reason I started getting on bulls in tennis shoes is because when I would get on practice bulls at home, I didn't have anybody that would come help me. So I would get my cousin who didn't know anything about bucking bulls to come help me. And those rails I used, if they drug across a rope, they were stuck in it. Flank, bull rope, it didn't matter. So I kind of got to thinking the first time I called him come up there, I was like, man, I just think I'm going to get on my tennis shoes. That's one less thing I got to worry about.
Yeah.
And because I told him, he said, what do you want me to do? I said, I'll flank him. You pull my rope. Gate rope's run through the latch. When I nod, you open it. Your main job's hold the gate back. Don't let it swing back out. He said, what if you get in trouble? I said, stay out of the way. I'll get myself out of it.
Yeah.
And I ran a lot faster with tennis shoes on.
What kind of bulls were you getting on? Same kind that?
Good ones.
Yeah.
Like I hold some of them to some of them challengers and stuff.
Would you ever go back to like just a jump kicker?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was a guy there every Wednesday night. He hauled bulls to high school rodeos and junior rodeos, and he had a bunch of bulls. And we'd go down there every Wednesday night, and he'd have 40 or 50 bulls in the back pens, and I never asked what they did. We'd just load them and start getting on. Some of them would jump and kick. Most of the time you didn't know what they were going to do. Some of them had never had anybody on them.
Yeah.
I think the first night we went to that guy's place, I knew him my whole life, and from junior rodeos, stuff like that. And then I didn't know they buck bulls every Wednesday night. Once I found out, me and 2 other guys went up there, and I didn't want to step on anybody's toes or anything, so we're all just kind of standing around there, and they got bulls loaded. Nobody's putting their ropes on. There's a handful of the local guys that come every week, and nobody was. And I asked him, I said, Jay, do you care if? He said, no, you get on whatever you want to. I think the other guys maybe got on 1 bull apiece.
Yeah.
Between 3 of us, we got on probably 30 or 35 head of bulls that night. I would get on one, I'd step off. They didn't have any bullfighters, so I'd fight bulls for the 2 guys that were with me, and I'd already had my rope on the next one. And as soon as I'd fight them 2 bulls, I'd get on the next one and just all night. And he told me, he said, I'm glad y'all guys showed up. I said, why? He said, to show these boys how to get on bulls. He said, because usually every Wednesday night we do this, and we stand around, we buck 1 bull, and then everybody wants to talk for 45 minutes, and then we buck another bull. And I said, well, that's not the way I do things.
Yeah. How often did you get on something as rank as what you'd ride at the events in the practice pen?
That's all I had, like long rounders.
Yeah.
That's when I would take bulls to open bull ridings around there. Everybody always asked, you take these bulls to PBR? I'm like, no. What do you do with these? I said, they're my practice bulls.
Yeah.
And I would go get on shoot fighting calves and make me stay quick in the shoot. And then I always liked getting on calves because you didn't know what they were going to do, and you had to ride them jump for jump.
Ever since I started riding bulls and punching fools, I've been wearing an American hat because I'm an American. I actually wore a different hat before that for the longest, but then my mom got a job. So wear an American hat, old son. Otherwise, you ain't no cowboy. I hope you're enjoying a ranch fuel as you're listening to this episode of Rodeo Time. Use code DALE on ranchfuel.com for 15% off, old son. Drink up and use code DALE on ranchfuel.com.
You got some rank practice bulls.
They ain't rank.
Them ones you brought
They're
to
nice.
last Tuesday are pretty good.
They're good. They're just good ones to get on.
How many ranker than most people's practice pins? I feel like John gets on rank practice bulls.
That's what I got to where I was getting on better bulls in the practice pen because that's what I was going to get on that weekend.
Yeah.
And there really wasn't, what's the point in practicing on a 19 pointer when you're going to get on a 22 pointer?
Yeah.
It's different. But then I got to noticing that when I was at the events, if I did have one that just stuck his head out of there and was just nice, I was still riding him like he was a 22 pointer. So I'd go home and I'd go to that guy's place where you didn't know what you were getting on and you had to slow everything back down.
Mm-hmm. What about those bulls today? How many points would you have been on? Because those are something you could have got on during the year, don't you think, at a rodeo?
Yeah.
You've even had some bulls like that. You said that Brindle bull you were 88 on him somewhere.
Yeah.
Which that was a different Brindle today, or was it the same one?
Yeah, that was a different one.
Yeah.
The one I got on today, they hold him all summer rodeoing, and they were 85 on him a handful of times.
Yeah.
I'd have marked him 72 or 3 today.
Today?
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
He's been on holiday mode. He wasn't quite as good.
Oh, the bull? I thought you were talking about JB.
Both.
Yeah.
I didn't have to be good. Your bullfighter was there.
Yeah, good thing you showed up.
He was mean.
He would have got me.
He was mean.
You have no faith in me. When he's not here,
Dale saved me like
when he's
4
not
times
here,
now.
I'm the one that gets chased across the arena. I don't even get a thank you or anything, and he wonders why I'm such a dick to him. He's over there. Oh, thank you, saved my life. You saved me. You saved me. And when I step in there to save him, they run me across the arena about hook out of me.
Good job.
No
It blows
thank you,
my
no
mind.
nothing.
You sneak out there a lot are you not nervous?
Nah, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I will say he was running to save me the other day when I was hung up and knocked half
Yeah.
stupid.
You can see it in the
He,
video.
he did come running.
Were you out?
No, it just kind of dazed me for a
What was
split
that?
second.
7-3X? That's that bull
7X3.
7X3. Yeah.
He's rocking the Diamond D brand. Old Jerome Davis.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dadgummit. How many times have you been on him?
Just one and done.
I tried to get him to get on him with his tennis shoes, but he said no.
No. Yeah, but I think you could ride that bull.
I'm sure.
It looked like you rode him in the video. It just came down at the end.
Yeah,
I mean, there's one way to prove it.
not quite long enough.
Run him in there.
Yeah, he's
You do
standing-
have your stuff with you.
He's
We
standing
might-
right out there.
Told myself I wouldn't come back to Bucktown until after the NFL.
Yeah, but then you had to come over here and get your stitches out. Now you're doing a
Well,
podcast.
Just get on at Bucktown. We might save that for a later date.
Yeah.
Humptown's been pretty good to me. Bo F was pretty good today. Might just stick
Except for your
between them two.
Except for your
arenas.
dismounts.
Yeah. I've had worse ones though.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm there fighting bulls by myself.
Uh,
and you have a bull that is mean and will just quit kicking and halt.
Are you gonna enter his bull ridings that he has here this next year?
More than likely.
More than likely. Is he allowed?
Maybe.
Maybe. They're both, I guess.
Just depends on what mood I'm in.
How many are y'all got several y'all gonna try to put on here, huh?
Oh, between 8 or 14,
Yeah.
somewhere around in there. We got to figure. We hadn't. Old Randall and I got to sit down and figure the schedule out.
Yeah. You know, you could always get drafted to his PBR team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, see, then I'd have to listen to him and have to do what he says because I'd have signed a contract under him coaching.
Yeah.
Best part about this deal, I can tell him to F off whenever I want to go home.
It's raining. I'm not getting on.
I'd kind of have my hands tied behind my back on that deal.
Yeah. Rodeoing's just been too fun, though.
Yeah.
Huh?
I like rodeoing.
Yeah.
But money is good too, so.
Yeah. So you don't want to just completely rule it out forever?
No.
Yeah. Well, you won plenty of money this year in rodeoing.
Well, the way it looks, he needs to put his helmet back on after the stitches I just removed.
Looks
from
like
his
it
head.
healed up.
Held up good.
Healed up real good. Are you going to ride out there with Stetson? I don't know why you would. I guess he's in Utah.
Yeah. No, I won't detour to Beaver.
Why didn't he normally come down here a little bit during this time?
He always says he's going to, but they don't actually. The only time he comes down in the winter time when the
Winter
Texas
rodeos.
swings on. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he becomes a roommate.
Yeah.
Does JB talk to Stetson like that?
Sometimes.
Stetson don't get on practice bulls.
How does he get away with not getting on any practice bulls?
Because he rides bucking horses too. I feel like that, like you think about it, me and him get on the same amount of bulls, but he gets to get on something every time before he gets on that bull. It's like a warm up almost, I feel like. That's
For
what,
sure.
That's why I feel like practicing for me is almost like him getting on a bucking horse before he gets on every bull. I know they're two different events, but when you got something moving underneath you all the time, it helps your bull riding.
I will say too, like with bronc riding, you cannot just sit there.
Right.
You have to be spurring. And so like he's on a bucking animal, completely different bucking animal, but he's on a bucking animal spurring in rhythm. What do you think about why he doesn't have to get on practice bulls?
Each to his own.
He does still ride good.
Yeah. That's what gets me. All them young guys around here that even show up out here, they want to be like him or be like Stetson, but they're missing the one key factor. They don't ride as good.
Yeah.
There's only one way to get better, and that's to get on bulls.
Yeah. What was his riding percentage this year? I think
it was higher than mine because he's winning. He's beating me.
Yeah, he was hurt for most of the year.
Y'all did have the highest. What was it? PRCA shared the other day. It was like the highest scores.
The average score.
86
Yeah.
and a half or something like that. Was yours higher than his? Y'all were like, it was like
I didn't.
point something away from each other.
Yeah.
That was a cool stat.
They feel bad for Kai.
They felt bad for him. Is it all the time? It just depends on the day. You know, I will say it seems like he's harder on you whenever we're not at Bucktown. Like listening, at the Bo F and listening at Humptown, whenever he doesn't have to be the one loading bulls, he's just laid back.
Yeah. Got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Here he's almost too busy.
Yeah.
Anywhere else, it's just absolutely straight talking.
I bet it. What's it like at the bull teams deals?
I didn't say anything to him there until after he fell off.
Yeah.
And then I did. Oh, it was great.
It's a good thing Randy's so nice. You're not getting it from two
Well,
people.
the bad thing was he rode the first bull.
Yeah.
And then he comes over there and said, boy, old pork chop better have a ranked trip. We got to be a lot of points to win this deal.
He put the Benny Butler flank in him, and he was a little tricky.
He put that E-pin flank on him.
Yeah, he had some shoot forward.
Shoot
He was
forward. That's
not-
called a step ahead.
He
It's
was
not
not
that- it's
up
not
and
that-
down
hey,
and nice like he was the
It's
few
not that
days
big of a
before.
deal if you're where you're supposed to be and not set down and behind like this.
What were you saying? We were talking this morning about
Rarebacking and barebacking
if you're man enough.
to let them pull you back where they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to let him pull me. It just engaged the slingshot.
Yeah.
That can happen also occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Tater Porter told me. I had reindeer somewhere, and I said, "What do you think, Tater?" He said, "Last time I checked, tie your hand in there where it won't come out. All you got to do is be man enough to let him pull you where you're supposed to be." Okay.
Just out there on the end of it.
Just kick everything loose. When he drops, he's going to pull you right back up there.
But when,
Only trick is you got to make sure you stop yourself.
yeah.
Better get your knees run back in him before you lose some teeth.
But right there's where most guys are letting go.
That or clenching down. And when you're that far behind, worst thing you do is tighten up. You tighten up, then that does engage the slingshot. If you kick everything loose when you're behind, when they drop, they're going to pull you back forward. It's just whether you get your knees in them in time to stop from the impact of your face hitting them.
And then McBride told you something.
Get hung up before you nod. That was his only advice ever.
But so when your cousin was in the practice pen would be about the only time you would practice a little different than you play. So you may not get hung up before you ride, like if it's just you and your cousin.
Yeah, like 99% of the time, unless my fingers were broke and stuff at a bull riding, I buried it deep in the pinky.
Yeah.
But at home or getting on practice bulls, I wouldn't. I just take a regular wrap because half time I didn't have any bullfighters or anybody that would help me. So, which I did get hung up, but it was way easier to get my hand out of that rope without it split down in there.
Mm-hmm. You do the same thing in the practice pen?
I glue up before I nod.
So I looked at it, if I'm at the event, Webb and all of them are out there. They get paid to do that. It's called job security.
Yeah.
If everybody rode good and dismounted good, they wouldn't have a job.
Right. They could always count on you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You take just a normal wrap in the practice pen and then split it at the rodeo?
He takes a normal backwards wrap. Can't
Yeah.
split it.
Brazilian.
Oh yeah, you got a
could
Brazilian
split
rope.
your pointer, I guess.
You got a Brazilian
I don't know how
rope.
that would work. I've never tried that.
I forgot you ride with the
I'm gonna
Brazilian.
split my pointer.
That
from
would
now
be
on.
another reason why I never rode with a Brazilian.
You can't just hang yourself up before you.
Well, doesn't work so good.
Yeah.
And like I could getting on practice bulls, was fine with a normal wrap, but I could always feel it coming out right there because that pinky doesn't work very good. So it always felt better when I'd split it. It felt like I had more a hold of it.
Yeah. I think even since the last time we talked, it's like even more people switch to Brazilian ropes.
Oh, about 98% of them.
It's like very few American style bull ropes. But your pinky isn't the only reason you didn't like a Brazilian.
Yeah, I didn't lie. I lost my gear bag and I rode with one. I don't like it. Kept me set down. Those Brazilian ropes, a lot of those guys ride behind their rope.
Yeah.
Set down, lifting the whole time. The way I was taught to ride bulls is out in front of your rope. Get out over it, stay in front of it and ride. And with the one I tried, I couldn't. It kept me set on my butt the whole time and I hated it.
And you think he's crazy?
No, I agree with that. But my Brazilian ropes aren't stiff. Like if I get one that's too stiff, I won't use it. Like they got to be soft in the handle because that's how I learnt too, is riding out in front of your rope, and my handles have to be soft.
Yeah.
To ride with them, yeah. Because if I feel like I can't turn my hand over and get out over it easy, I get sat down.
There's a lot of guys who went to those Brazilian ropes because they don't get hung up as much.
Because they don't what?
Get hung up as much.
Yeah.
I've had a bunch of them tell me that. Well, I was getting hung up all the time in a American rope, and I don't hang up near as much in this Brazilian rope. I said, yeah, but when you do, you're belly up.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I don't have a problem getting, when I was riding, I didn't have a problem getting hung up, but I'd rather be belly down than belly up.
Right. Have you gotten hung up less?
I never really, I don't think, I never really got hung up when I used my American a whole lot, but kind of probably about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what's up with all the bull riders this year being like 19 years old? There's like hardly any like old timers. Like you're a veteran.
That's called time, Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't there a crazy amount?
There's kind of a new crop, like, of
That's the way it works.
good.
That is the way it works.
It's like
but,
a revolving door.
but usually
that
there
never
was like
stops.
there was always like one or two guys that had yeah, like a Jeff Askey
Or me,
or
rookie,
yeah, JB.
rookie
I'm,
NFR when I was
here lately I was thinking Trey
4
Benton,
four
you know,
years
like
ago,
maybe
so-
a
Cody
34.
Tail was
full team was
23
there
was
for,
the
you know,
last one. Yeah.
yeah, I was
Shane.
I was
Shane.
34 when I made the NFR.
Yeah.
NFR rookie when I was
Yeah.
34.
I honestly think me and Stetson might be the oldest.
I think
this
Stetson,
year. He's 26. I'm 25.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's on average. I
Oh
feel like
no, Jordan Spears.
Jordan Spears has
He'd be. I don't know how old he is. I bet he's 30 something though.
yeah. But outside of y'all three, everybody's young.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome to see that many young bull
You
riders.
find a doctor that'll fix my neck where I ain't got to worry about landing on it, and I'll crack back out.
Yeah. Well, are there more bull riders in general? Do you feel like?
No.
Because I think there's a crazy amount more bronc riders, and I think there's a few more bareback riders. Like it's not
like
even
the
close.
College practice over here.
Yeah,
3 or 4 guys getting on bulls and 20 getting on broncs.
yeah. The bronc riding has become very popular. Bareback riding, I think, is making a comeback.
Yeah, I know. All your interns will come to be bull riders and turn into bronc riders.
I know it. It's all
Hold
Donnie's.
strong.
I wanted to ride rocks first.
It's all Donnie's fault. Like
I know Donnie started the trend.
you know,
Told
some.
me I couldn't, and so like, let's just ride bulls for a while.
I didn't know
Yeah.
if you really wanted to.
Yeah. So from now on, tell them they can't.
Well, here's the thing. Like
I got bulls I need to buck, man.
most people don't even want to ride bulls, you know, and so
I knew that.
right, but like I don't know. I'm just saying, it's a lot easier for me to put you on a bull like Trunk and somebody decide if they want to ride bulls. And at the time I didn't have a bronc like that, and it's dangerous to learn bronc riding. You know, like
Yeah.
Oh, I
That-
know. I watched Donnie.
it was tough.
It didn't help when I'd come up there too, and you'd let me flank. Because he'd be like, "Hey, just hang it on him," and I'm like, "All right." And I'm up there, Benny Butler, NFR, 10th
Top rail.
round, top railing,
Yeah.
and then there went Donnie flying through there. Oh God!
Well, then I got a couple of horses that were rider friendly, and Donnie made it look cool. Interns come in, and at first they kind of want to be Dale Brisby, and then they get there, they meet me, and they're underwhelmed, and they see Donnie, and they're like, "Well, I'll stay here to rodeo, but now I want to be like Donnie." That's how it works. Everybody wants to be like Donnie, except for Ty and Cleveland. They both want to ride bulls. So
They want to be like Dale.
yeah. They want to be like Kai and JB, probably. Yeah.
I'd go with the second name.
There you go. You need another intern. Bull riding intern.
No,
He's hard on him.
no.
He's hard on him.
I think that's why Jenny's so good, because he don't want any part of the riding.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
loves everything else about it
He'll
except for
work them
riding.
all day long, shoot, break them, get in there. Does not matter. But he wants no part of riding bulls.
Yeah. Dude, I was going to say you got to want it if you're going to work here to ride bulls. But, I mean, just to be here, you got to want it.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't feel like you hold back on any bull rider whenever they're behind the chutes.
I do some of them that I don't really know.
Yeah.
Somewhat. I did tell them all the other day that they must have left their balls at home.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I was there.
Yeah.
But it is surprising that in Stephenville, Texas, when JB Mauney posts practice tomorrow, y'all come get on bulls, and 5 bull ropes show up. 1 or 2 of them don't get on hardly but one. And then there's 2 or 3 guys that I figured in Stephenville, Texas, it'd be more guys than that. But you think it's JB's bull man reputation for having notoriously mean bulls?
Well, they're not even mean.
No.
I do have good practice bulls.
Yeah.
They are good, but I think it has more to do with my mentality about everything. The ones that are half, they're not going to come here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, if you really want it, they'd keep coming.
Yeah. Bull riding it's pretty pure. Once that gate opens, it doesn't really matter what you've said. Like the truth is gonna come out once the gate opens. You can't fake that part.
Nope.
You can fake everything up to it, and then when the gate opens, there's no more faking it.
Well, today it's like Tuff told me. He hit the nail on the head. He said everybody wants to be a bull rider till it's time to be a bull rider.
Yeah.
They all talk about it, and they talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk.
Did you ever go to the gym?
He's got an exercise room in his house.
That's my gym. I look at it 90% of the time. I go in there 10% of the time.
Yeah, and he messed up one day. I walk in, forgot to lock his door.
It just so happened.
And I look down the hall, and he's got the door to that little exercise room open, and it's not big enough for all his equipment. So he's got his bicycle, and it looks like he's coming out of the closet riding his bicycle. I was like, well, at least you're coming out of the closet finally.
About a quarter of the back of it in the closet, and like from the seat forward is sticking out of the closet.
And he's pedaling away. I was like, well, at least you're coming out of the closet.
He was trying to, but he was just staying there.
Yeah, I wasn't getting anywhere.
Does Stetson work out?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I do. That is one talk I try to have with the interns, like, because we got a big gym, the warehouse in the back. I was going to print my own shirts once, so we added on, and I realized how stupid that was. Whatever. It turned into a big gym. And
that
guys,
sounds horrible.
You guys can all use this, but you cannot replace getting on with this gym.
Yeah.
It's extra. The gym is extra. I do believe that.
I've told a lot of people, like, it just depends. If you're going to be lazy all day, yeah, you probably do need to go to the gym. But I was always up doing stuff, working, messing with bulls, working bulls, riding horses, catching cows, always something like that. So I always felt like I was in shape to ride bulls, and I was always in riding shape because I got on constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. Like, if you're living in an apartment somewhere, yeah, go to the gym if you don't have absolutely anything else to do. But I never had to or wanted to because I didn't feel like it would help me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, bull riding shape is...
Yeah, it's way different than being in shape and then riding shape. That's 2 different things.
Yeah.
And that's what I told all the guys on my team. I sent them a text because they were getting to where they would come and get on one and, and I told them, I said, the reason you guys are sore is because you're not in riding shape. There's a difference in being hurt and being sore.
Yeah.
And I said, if it was up to me, I'd make them get on 7 days a week.
Yeah.
But I told him, I said, you have to get on more bulls to be in riding shape. I said, that's why you get sore. You don't use those muscles all week long, and then you come and you get on 1 or 2 bulls, and then the next day you're sore. You don't want to get on again. Well, what do you think is the cure to that? Get on more.
What if you get on a few every other day?
That's what I do.
That's what he's been doing.
Yeah, well, like I said earlier, built different.
Yeah.
I don't know. The reason I don't care if people get on practice bulls or not, but it's all your own.
Yeah.
But if you want to get better, that's the only way to get better is to get on bulls. And like I got on so many bulls. One, I didn't have anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all my friends I grew up with were working, had jobs, things like that. So I'd be sitting around by, nothing to do. So I'd go out there and run bulls and get on bulls. And then I got to where I noticed I felt like the more bulls I got on, the better I rode.
Mm-hmm.
So we just went from there. And then the older I got, I slowed down on getting on practice bulls, but that's because I was getting old and crippled.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense just because, I mean, it's like, yeah. Did you get on this many bulls last year?
Well, last year I didn't go, but
Oh, yeah.
in 23 they got on.
How is your shoulder?
It's good. I think I got the rest of the scar tissue broke up last Thursday. I don't know, the Thursday before.
You did your own rehab there? Just
Yeah.
don't worry, Tandy, I got it. Yeah.
It's crazy how things work out.
On 7.3X? Dang, he really wrecked you out that bad.
It could have been a heck of a lot worse than it was. I thought he stomped him in the
I
gut.
glued up before I nodded.
We need to run that back. I feel like you rode him. It looked like you rode him for a long time before all that went down.
I was trying to
Not
figure out
quite
what he
long
was
enough.
doing.
Yeah.
Getting on the end of his arm, jerking from side to side,
Y'all
and
shoulda
back
called
and
me.
forth. And then when I saw the left foot come up around his
That's
ass
what
cheek,
really
I was like,
screwed me.
"Oh, this is not."
I was
gonna be
almost
good.
going to get away with everything until my left foot hit me in the and then it all got pear shape in a hurry.
It got what?
Pear shape.
What does that mean?
Pear shaped.
Pear shape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not good.
Yeah,
Pear shape? Have y'all heard that?
pear shaped. Yeah.
Pear shape? I've never heard that.
Instead of everything being nice and clean in a circle, it went pear shaped.
You learn something new every day. You brought up your team. Has the team deal worked out like you thought it would? Worked out better?
A lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
What, in what way?
Because not everybody has the mentality I do.
Yeah.
It's the same, like each to his own, but it's my job to make sure they're riding the best they can and win.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got on to them and told them, I sent them a message and I said, look, when I say we're having a practice, I'm not asking, I'm telling.
Yeah.
And then guys that show up over here, get on one bull, buck off and be done, go pack their stuff up, and then expect me to want to take them that weekend and put them on.
Yeah.
It's just harder because I got to stop doing it as much because I think about how I was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what gets me on the practice deals. Like all them guys that want to go into the draft and get on the team or whatever, there's no better opportunity to get seen than right here. Like last week, Colby was here. That's another coach. And Randy's usually videoing it. He'll make
y'all post it.
Yeah, it'll go on Instagram. So like them young guys that are going into the draft, like if they want to get their name out there and get seen by a coach, that's the best way to do it. It's right there.
Yeah.
But it's a little more difficult than I was expecting because I thought, well, shoot, all I got to do is match what bull fits this guy. Perfect.
Yeah.
And it's not quite that easy.
Which Brazilian do y'all have?
There's 3 of them. Guilherme, Valeris, Eduardo Matos.
I have a
Winston.
hard time keeping up with who's on what team.
I do a lot of cutting. Case, he's coming into his own. Court, he broke his ankle.
Yeah.
And then I think Josh, he's going to rodeo this coming year.
Yeah.
So.
You got some guys dipping down to rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that kid, Noah Lee, got on Tuesday. He's like, man, I think I'm just going to go rodeo. It's so fun. Which I can see that.
Yep.
That kid's riding good for 17 years old.
It's like I told Kai. I said, something to say about it being fun. I said, but you get one shot at this, you better make the most amount of money you possibly can in that short window.
RodeoTime.com is the only website that should exist because it's the greatest apparel line that has ever existed. So go there now to get a t-shirt, a hoodie, a cap, a vest, whatever it is you need. Go to RodeoTime.com, old son. Hey, old son, if you're not feeding every morning with a Can-Am side-by-side, then you ain't no cowboy. I got a Can-Am because I needed a reliable ranch rig that I could use every day because I don't know how to work on stuff like that. So I want something that's not going to break down ever. Get yourself a Can-Am, old son.
Mid-30s is a pretty young retiring age for trades. You know, like there's not a lot of other places where like, yeah, I'm going to quote unquote retire and be done at 35.
Right.
You know,
Well, it wasn't planned.
right. Yeah, no offense. Yeah. Yeah. I know you didn't plan to. What would you do after you got done riding bulls?
I got no idea.
Come over here and work next to Jenny?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Are you going to go back to Australia?
I don't know. I got no idea. I doubt it. Other than my family, like there's the Western industry and rodeo and bull riding's nowhere near like it is here. Like that there wouldn't be a whole lot for me to do over there. Not that
Yeah.
I do much anyway, but
Yeah.
I like it over here better.
Yeah. You going to go home after the NFR?
Nah, maybe next year.
They're going to probably come over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my parents are coming over.
Yeah. Do you have any siblings?
I got one older brother.
Yeah. He didn't rodeo?
Mm-mm.
The smarter one.
Yeah. How you feel about the NFR? What's your game plan?
Stay on.
Ride them all?
Yep.
When's the last time that was done?
Was Jim the last guy?
He's the first.
But didn't he? No, he rode 9 the second time.
Yeah.
In a row.
Yeah.
Like he rode 19 bulls at the NFR
Yeah.
in a row.
And then the year before he rode the last few of his, it ended up being like 20 something in a row.
Yeah.
It's like 1 year and then 10 and then 9.
Jim, Norman, and
Jim Norman.
Adriana was the only ones to do it. I think.
Was Adriano the last one?
I can't remember if Adriano or Norman was.
I have no idea. Boy, that'd be wild to get that done. What bull is going to be Bucking Bull of the Year?
Magic Touch won it.
Did he?
Yep.
Whose is he?
Matt Shoppings.
Oh, nice. He's probably got his bulls working out like he is. He stopped by here the other day. He looks jacked.
Yeah, he come walking down through here, and I was like, "Who is this?"
Who is this guy? Somebody's bodyguard. He's
He
been in
got
the
closer. I was like, "Gosh, dang!"
gym. Yeah. Good for him. Magic touch.
There may or may not be a bull out there that came.
Bucktown Special.
Bucktown.
Maybe I'll
Oh,
do
really?
it
The
again.
NFR.
Which one?
I don't know what he call it. What's he call him?
I don't remember.
Bar 60.
Servey hauled him?
No. Sparky bought him.
J-Bar-J.
J-Bar-J. Sparky bought him.
From you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I got him from Vernon Guidry.
Vernon Guidry. Haven't heard that name in a long time. Is he mean? He's got to be mean.
He's not. No, not
Not
really.
that mean? Dang.
No.
You been on him?
Mm-mm.
What's his name?
His brand's Bar 60. I don't know what they
I
call
don't
him.
remember what they called him. Little Black Bull.
We'll
Black.
find out.
Little black boy right in the door to the left.
So you're not going to the NFR. What are you going to do here while everybody's in Vegas? Besides go to Kai's house.
That's it.
That's it.
I'm going to send him videos of us having a watch party at his house.
I saw the other day y'all bucked some bulls here without JB.
Yeah. Not a one decided thought it would be. Well, I kind of understand. One thought the other one called. The other one thought that one called. Nobody asked me. I just see videos on Instagram. I'm like, hey, Jack, ever think about maybe asking the guy that owns the place or the Bulls or all of the
I
above?
thought Gennaro asked. Gennaro thought I asked.
What'd you buck?
Oh, 121, a black bull that he likes picking on. It just turns back right and the gate to the right.
Yeah. Yeah. We said we were sorry.
I think it was his Instagram. I was watching the bull ride and I saw Gennaro. Was Alex here?
Yep.
I think, yeah, maybe Alex, but I didn't see JB. I was looking, I was like, and then I was like, wait, I was like, did y'all ask JB? And he was like, nope, Dad got mad.
Yeah. I told him, I said, look, I don't give a y'all can buck bulls any day, every day, all day. I don't care whether I'm there or not. Just at least ask.
I told my guys they can buck trunk with the flank rope and tennis shoes because I would just hate for something to happen without me being there. But nothing happened.
Right.
Easier to ask forgiveness than permission sometimes.
No, that is the easiest thing to ask for.
Yeah, especially
permission
when the
it comes to
commission
me.
would have been like, yeah, no worries.
No, it's
Yeah.
just as easy.
Hey, you care if we get on 121 and these bulls? Nope, don't care. Go ahead.
See, we knew what the answer was. That's why we did it.
It just slipped their minds to ask the question.
Yeah.
I was like, but
So when's the next buck out? Because the next Tuesday, people will be. Yeah, I guess you. It's not like a lot of the guys going to the NFR.
yeah, there's only 15 of them going there.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking, there's only like 3 guys that show up, and one of them is sitting.
They don't even show up to get on.
I do. Sometimes.
It is hard. I mean, you do have your own practice pen at your house with a pen of bulls. So
Yeah, you can get on them Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
come get on yours Tuesday. Yeah.
Works out. And if people don't quit down putting their jackpots and bucking bulls on Tuesday, I'm about to swap mine to Wednesday. Everybody and their brothers doing everything on Tuesday. I'm like, you jackasses, y'all know we buck bulls on Tuesday here.
That might be my fault. I started calling things Rodeo Time Tuesday. So
No.
my bad.
I saw it the other day. They're having a jackpot somewhere tonight.
Taking
I was
all your
like-
bull hands. Well, everybody goes to church on Wednesday, JB.
Oh, well,
Y'all are and y'all don't go to church, but you are both God-fearing men.
yeah, I'm Christian. Just because I don't go to church doesn't mean I'm not.
Do you go to church, Kai?
I do not. I went a couple weeks back. My neighbor took me into going. Went to
Yeah.
Cowboy Church on Sunday.
JC,
Yep.
did you like it?
It was good.
Yeah.
You remember that day it was storming real bad and lightning? That was the day you went.
I better not be in my trailer house anyway. I guess I'll go to the church house.
That's probably when it started lightning.
Yeah. I don't think you need I mean, the Holy Spirit is mobile. So you don't have to be in a church house. I think it's good, but you don't have to.
You can talk to him whenever you want to.
Whenever you want.
And he knows what you're doing all the time. So
Yeah. Did you hear that, Ty? Loud and clear. I did have a buddy tell me that one time. We were going down the road. He was pretty wild. And he kind of lived his life unapologetically. Very kind. He just, liked to party. But he was like, man, there's no point trying to trick really anybody, but God knows everything that's going on. You're not going to trick him. Which there's a lot of respect to that. But it is good to have a quick conversation with him before we get on Ranked Bulls. But are you going to go back?
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably at some point. Maybe.
Yeah.
If it's storming and raining and
Dude, that'd be the
Samantha and Jagger would go every once in a while. Jagger went with the neighbors on a Wednesday night,
Yeah.
like Bible study deal. Loved it. He come back. and recited what they had learned.
Yeah. His little prayer when Sophia died
Oh,
was a little heart wrenching. He said that prayer when y'all buried that dog. That was an old pup.
oh, she had to have been like 17,
Yeah.
probably.
Something.
Because I can't remember what year she got her, but she moved to North Carolina in 2015,
Yeah.
and she had her before then.
I remember whenever that little dog running around that house up
she's
there.
probably 13, I bet, somewhere around in there. She was old.
Yeah. Jagger saying that prayer was adorable. I think people expect Jagger to be a little wild man, which he is, but he's a little sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
I got to,
It's funny when little girls are around, he's really sweet to them.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I got to, when I was babysitting him, he's very kind and considerate. I mean, like he'll run fast in the hotel room and crash into walls, but very, very kind.
Yeah, I've drilled it in his head. I said, look, you know, we're Bucktown, you can act a certain way.
Right.
I said, but when we're eating, when you talk to your mother, I said, you better have some respect and manners,
Yeah.
or we're going to have problems.
Dude, you need to hurry up and have some kids. That way they can hang out with Jagger.
No.
Why not?
No.
You could go back to church, find you a wife there. Dude, this is Stephenville. I bet there's some good looking girls in that church house. Have you a home cooked meal? You get done bucking bulls over here on a Tuesday.
Sure would be nice.
You'll have you a little Aussie sounding.
Sit on your porch
Sun.
in your rocking chair, watch the sun go down.
Live
Yeah.
to be 100.
Yeah. Have all those
Best
gold
damn
buckles.
bull rider in the circuit. You chickened out.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Just not today, I guess. Where are you staying out there?
Resorts. Well,
Ooh, fancy.
yeah.
We're staying in an Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be able to park and be in the living room within about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm staying right here in Stephenville.
Dude, I can't believe nobody's hit you up to come out there. None of your sponsors or nothing?
No.
I'm sure they all want
Randy,
something.
we've got a booth out there with Bucktown stuff. Randy was like, hey, are you coming? I was like, no.
Yeah.
And he's like, I said, why? He goes, man, the booth. And I was like, no,
Yeah. You don't want to sit and sign autographs?
not really.
Yeah.
And I've got to where now, like, NFR is fun, but it's more fun when you're getting paid to be there.
Right. Yeah, that does make it more enjoyable.
Yeah.
I'm sure all your sponsors want you to be there. They just may not want to pay for you to be there.
Yeah. That's what I've told them now. I said, you want me to go do something, you got to pay me. 'Cause
Right.
I would rather stay right here every day, mess with bulls, take bulls to Cowtown, and I am happy.
Yeah.
Get the cow. My day's made.
Does that sound like a good day to you?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Get up, drink coffee for 4 hours before Kai thinks about waking up.
It sounds like a good day, just not good enough for you to stay home from the NFL.
Right. I think I'll go.
Dude, I think I'm getting better at my Australian accent.
It's getting there.
You haven't even noticed it because it's so smooth. The NFL. I'm getting good at it. I just try to throw it in every now and then. It's probably a little offensive, but
Hey,
you're so
that's-
used to JB giving you a hard time, it doesn't bother you.
Yeah. See, that's normal around here.
Yeah.
Thick skin.
Thick skin. It's giving you thick skin. There'd be a hater online, just doesn't even faze you. Yeah. I said that we were on the live stream. Why did I got to give you a chance to defend yourself? We were talking about you were getting on. Cody Webster was with me because he was recovering, so he wasn't fighting. Can't remember if it was Pendleton, Pialet maybe. I was like, yeah, Kai's just the nicest guy. And he whipped his head around and was like, "What are you talking about?" You remember that? Yeah. Why does Cody Webster think you're mean? And what rebuttal do you have?
I don't know. I'm so good to Cody. I don't know why he would even think that.
He thinks you're mean. Did you like prank him?
Hanging out around here too long.
Yeah.
Rubs off on you.
Oh, maybe like after you've given him a hard time, he gets out on the road.
I wish I know why he thinks I'm mean.
Why? Oh, you can think of a specific reason.
Because of the cool videos he posts of him doing stuff, and I slow him down, freeze frame him, and take screenshots.
You got one?
I got a really good one.
Let's see it.
I don't know where the whole picture is. It'll be perfect to edit into this podcast.
It's good to have Cody Webster back and healthy while he's finding this in his camera roll. Congratulations, Webb.
Yeah. Don't aim that camera towards that camera roll.
What an athlete of a man. That is your 2025 NFL bullfighter.
Yeah, baby.
That's also his phone number if anybody wants to call him.
You've got it as his contact
That's
photo.
his contact photo.
That's hilarious.
Straight athlete.
Straight athlete. Can you see it, Donnie?
We'll get a haircut after this.
I'm going to call him and we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Hello.
Hey, I'm sitting here with Kai Hamilton, and he wants to know why you think he's mean.
Why is Kai mean?
Yeah, remember that's what you said on the live. I said he's the nicest guy, and you said no, he's not. He's mean.
Oh, well, there's a difference in being nice and then I guess it just involves maybe or not sneaking to the beacon or not.
Sneaking to the beacon?
Yeah.
Is there
Get a game of poo and a smoke and we'll be back.
Get a game of poo and smoke. Did he leave you hanging one time, Webb?
No, he left me hanging and then decided to show up at closing time. But I'm the mean guy.
At least he doesn't leave you hanging in the arena.
True.
He doesn't do that. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
that's just because he gets paid to.
JB says the only reason you'll jump up and mount that bull to get him unhung is because you're getting paid.
Well, that does help things tremendously.
What are you doing?
They don't butt for free.
This pony don't.
Gathering some fighting bulls. We're gonna go fight them in a minute.
Dude, call me. I got a camera and a YouTube channel.
Hey, we needed you today, bucking bulls, and you didn't even come over. You just want to go fight bulls for all them other guys, but don't want to.
I ain't heard a word out of y'all. I ain't had one damn invite to come to Bucktown or nothing.
Don't want to come. Don't want to come help Kai get ready for the NFL. I just got Dale Brisby over here fighting bulls for me.
And then he's got me as the backup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dale's a bull man. Dale's a bull man now.
Believe it or not, I didn't get hooked.
I did make a round with one today. Well, it was half a round. I shot the gap. I'll say that.
Had a kid.
I was a little late on the second one, but thankfully he wasn't mean.
Well,
always helps.
That partially has to do with Kai getting off like.
Kai does like to.
Get out of here, you son of a. Oh,
I'm sorry. I was just calling.
Picks his leg up before his hand is completely out.
I bet it is muddy. I want to come up there.
Let me call you back.
Don't act like you're busy. You're probably sitting in the truck.
Call you back.
Yeah, sure.
Heard from him every week before NFL voting, and now I don't hear from him at all.
He hung up. Oh, who's the third bullfighter? Him, Tuck, and
Austin
Ashley? That's good.
Double
Good for
A.
Austin. He's pretty good too. He's pretty good. Made the NFR.
He's decent.
He's decent. I didn't mean to word it like that.
I mean, he's third.
He's really good also. There's a lot of good
Third out of how
bullfighters
many?
now.
3.
Yeah. There's a lot of good bullfighters now.
Yeah, I got very acquainted with him when I was hauling those fighting bulls.
Yeah, you had to kind of know who was going to be out there.
I don't necessarily think they liked when I showed up sometimes.
Who was fighting when you got on Arctic? Not that that mattered.
Clay Hager and who else was
Hague.
fighting.
I don't remember who else was there.
The Hague.
Yeah, I walked by him on my head like, it's like, you all right? Yeah, broke my damn neck. Kept walking.
But he wasn't, I mean, it didn't have nothing to do. It was just the way you landed, huh?
Yeah, I mean, hell, there he is in the back of the picture. I can't remember who else.
Oh, that's a picture from that day?
Yeah, that was right before the hip caught me and threw me up in the air.
Ejectocito.
You see, you're not in the correct position. That's kind of the position Kyle was in the other day, right before he got his stitches in his head.
See, I was just younger and more athletic. I was
Able to recover.
I was able to get turning off the right way. I think it was more just luck.
That looks like that moment where it's man enough to let him pack you around.
Well, see, I tried to drop my elbow and do the old back door away from my hand, and I didn't quite get my butt all the way over there.
Yeah.
And so his hip caught me, and there we went. And when my hand come out, that's what I kind of had a hold of the tail, and it didn't let me go all the way up, and then it...
Yeah. Oof.
See, his head weighs more than his body. My body weighs more than my head. That's why
because I
got
have a
turned
lot of
over.
brains, and he has 0.
Big old dinosaur brains.
Like I thought when that day he got split open, I was looking through his hair and I was pulling his hair apart and his scalp pulled apart. I was like, oh, you need some stitches. I thought about pulling it apart and seeing if I could see all the way in there, holler in it, see if it echoed.
Little echo down
I know
in
this is hollow.
Coy Hamilton. Dun, dun.
There's not much up there, I promise.
Oh.
My helmet didn't work that day.
JB, who you think's going to win the world this year in the bull riding?
Oh,
Why do you ask these questions?
oh, probably Wasey.
You need to work on your podcast questions.
Yeah.
All jokes aside, my money's on Dingaling here, but I didn't want to tell him that.
Yeah. Okay. Kai, who do you think's the GOAT?
I'm not going to be nice.
I know who it is. Dale Brisby. That's what he wanted to say. He didn't want to hurt JB's feelings, though.
Yeah.
The GOAT. Dale Brisby's the GOAT.
Kai's only got about 6 million and another gold buckle, and
No. I got about 5,500,000.
you still got 2 more million to go, and a gold buckle.
You got 5.5
No, that's how much I got to go.
left to go?
Yeah.
Oh, you got 5.5. Oh,
Yeah.
and a gold buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, who does that? Who does that audio? Or who's the announcer that did the audio that goes around TikTok?
The
He's a-
$7 million.
Is it? It's not Wayne Brooks.
Yes,
is
it is.
Wayne.
Is it Wayne?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He should have patented that. He could be rich.
Oh, it's on everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I would see girls on TikTok with cowboy boots and a hat on shaking to that. Yeah. Just because I hadn't heard it before.
Yeah. I need to do some research on why this audio is with this. He's a $7 million cowboy.
I can't remember where he said that.
San Antonio.
Was it San Antonio?
I like the audio. Trevor Brazil. I've been commenting on all of his stuff lately. Whenever he'll like reshare at these team ropings, I guess they got, an aspiring Randy videographer. Like super cool videos of these guys turning steers, and Trevor will reshare them. And you can comment on the story, and it'll pop up on there every time he's turning a steer. I'll comment on there. Much better, looking better, Trev. Keep working. Just trolling him. It's so fun. So fun. Yeah. Man, one thing though, I just thought of this. He's one of my favorite podcasts that I've got to do. But one thing that I thought was super interesting was his relationship with failure. And it makes sense because he's a super humble guy. But he's also got 26 gold buckles. And just the way he was able to handle, missing. And Miles Baker came on the podcast this last week, and he talked about it like they were high callback somewhere to win something, like a crazy amount of money. And he just like skipped it off the top of this steer's horns. And then they went back to the stalls. And he said he was waiting on Trevor to be mad. And then Trevor like turned and smiled, and he was like, can you imagine the sound that rope would have made if I would have caught? Because he really wolfed it out there, I guess. And then just shook it off, and they went to dinner. And I know you can't be like that every time, but the way he would bounce back from missing or not doing well and then go to the next one, and not take it with him, was just, it's crazy to hear him explain it. And I'm not doing a good job, but
Got to take the good with the bad.
yeah.
And the bad always makes you ride better. I didn't deal with it very good. I mean, once I learned to leave it in the locker room,
Yeah.
then I very seldom got in slumps after that because I didn't let it roll over to the next day.
Yeah.
But there for a while, I was my own worst enemy because it would show up the next day. I'd be trying too hard, wasn't just riding. And as soon as I learned, all right, get mad at myself, but when I leave that locker room, tomorrow's a new day. Nobody knows what happened yesterday.
Yeah. The Bulls damn sure don't.
No. But I mean, then I had every fan and everything else telling me I was pitching a fit like a little kid and didn't need to hit stuff or throw anything. And I always use the same saying, you show me a good loser, I'll show you a loser.
Yeah.
I didn't like losing. I hated it. It'd make me so mad. But the next day I acted like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But at that moment, I wouldn't want to be in front of me between that arena and the locker room.
Well, you said it once in one podcast that you were always the most mad when you felt like you didn't try hard enough.
Oh, yeah. I really would tear up then. If I got bucked off, I was mad at myself. But, I was mad because I got bucked off. I messed up that caused the buck off. But if I felt like I quit that ship a little too early, it ate at me. I couldn't. I hated myself when I did that. Like if I felt like I should have tried just a little bit more, then that's when I felt I'd tear a locker room apart.
Yeah.
Had to pay quite a few fines.
Yeah. How do you feel like? Do you have a conversation with yourself?
Yeah. And I think that's not too many. Some people can see it, but not everybody can. Like, in yourself when you quit the ship a little earlier, you didn't quite try it as hard as you should have.
Yeah.
It's one thing when one flat just bucks you off and hands you your ass. Like, you're trying, you just messed up. But if in yourself when you didn't put out as much effort as you should.
Yeah, it's a whole different feeling.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you feel like you've handled that in your career?
No, when I was younger, it took me a lot to get over it. Like, I'd get so mad at myself if one bucked me off because I did something wrong because I wanted to ride everything. But when I figured out that it just snowballs if you hold on to it too long, it makes everything worse. But figuring out how to, okay, did this, whatever, tomorrow's a new day.
Figuring
There's
out,
no future in the
Fit-
past.
figuring out how to ride in them tennis shoes helps too.
Yeah. I've been having some conversations with some of the interns just because, they'll show up. And I think in a lot of sports, there's sports out there where, like if any one of us in this room went and played basketball at a church evening pickup games, we're all athletic enough. We're going to be better than somebody. We're going to make some shots. We can play a game with certain guys where like we could feel good about our abilities. But like with bull riding, it's not just like a simple game of just like dribbling down the court or throwing a football and you're not playing against another human. It's such a unique thing. Like it's you against a bull. And so you have athletic people and it's so unique. Like the fundamentals of bull riding are just so crazy. If for somebody completely new to the sport. And so I think that people come in used to being good at things really quick, like, even something simple like pool at the bar or something. And then guys are learning and they just cannot take failure early on. And I think that's one of the things that we're talking about a different game. We're talking about guys going down the road, but it's still the same kind of game mentally though. The guys that quit early, they really couldn't handle it and get better. I don't know. I've been, especially after listening to Trevor Brazil talk about it, it's really something I've tried to observe with winners, because even in sports, like there still is a level of like failure you got to deal with. But it's interesting to me, guys like Tom Brady, when they're down by so many points and are able to come back, they're dealing with failure in real time. I feel like that's got to be. And then at the NFR or the PBR World Finals, like you got like less than 24 hours to deal with it before you got to fix it. And I mean, same thing on the road during the year, but the stakes are so high at the finals.
That's a good thing at the finals though, because you mess one up, they're going to run another one under you the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except if you almost decapitate yourself in the second round, then it makes for a long week.
I was talking to Shad Mayfield the other day, and he was talking about he's coming in this year, number 2, and he feels like almost a lot less pressure because now he doesn't feel like he has anything to lose.
Oh, yeah.
He's just going for it. And whereas in years past, he's come in at number 1 and he's trying to hold the lead. You feel like that coming in at 3?
Yeah, same in 23.
Yeah, it's a lot easier, climbing to the top of the mountain than it is to just hold the top of the mountain.
Uh-huh.
Because when you're at the top, you're trying not to mess up.
Yeah.
But when you're below, you have nothing to lose. And so you're going for it every single time. That was one thing, like, I never worried whether I was first, second, third. I went the same way every time. But I understand, when you're sitting first going into something, then you kind of safety up a little bit.
Yeah.
And for riding bulls, that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, because there were still, and is that maybe why you talked about you lost yourself a lot of money picking those rank bulls because, like, all you had to do is...
Oh, yeah, I picked bulls I knew I could have rode.
Yeah.
But I always figured in my head to be the best, you had to ride the best. So that's why I went at it.
What rodeo is it where there was a draft opportunity? Was there one?
San Antonio has a draft. They're the only one that do it.
Did you did the stories of JB go just flood your mind whenever you're picking a bull?
Yeah.
In that scenario,
but I it's a little different. Like they don't have like the bushwhackers and them. Adam, like pretty much everyone in there's a good one to get on. Like it's just trying to figure which one you think you can be the most points on, but still they're not they're not standouts.
And there was always a buffer behind picking those.
What do you mean?
Because if you did get bucked off, everybody's like, oh man, he bucked.
Yeah.
But if you picked one you knew you could ride and fell off, then everybody.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I feel way better about myself if Bushwhacker slams me than if I was to get on a spinner and
Yeah.
fall off that son of a gun.
Well, and you are talking about the other guys on the back of the chutes that do it for a living. That's who
Yeah.
you were.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers made a quote. I've seen it on TikTok like a dozen times, but he said, don't take criticism from someone you would never ask advice from.
Yeah.
It reminded me of you saying that.
That's what I always told people. They said, well, about rank bull rides and everything, the crowd going wild. I said, yeah, a lot of fans, but I said, when I would step off and turn around and the guys on the back of the bucking chutes were cheering just as much as the people in those stands that bought a ticket, then you've done something right. Because guys that do it for a living are cheering just like those fans.
Yeah.
And I said, that's how you know you made a rank bull ride.
Yeah.
Don't ever worry, Kyle won't do that for you. I'm kidding.
Stetson gets pretty turned up for you.
Yep.
He's in your corner.
I had to go back to talking to him while he's riding.
You did do that the other day on Hot Dog.
Yeah, that was hard.
He was talking to you.
It's like you're trying to it's when you're trying to concentrate on doing something, then you got somebody in your ear. It's kind of hard to do two things.
Yeah, but then he got mad at me because I wasn't talking, wasn't saying anything before that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean have a conversation with me.
After you win the world, we need to
That means relax.
we need to let all the videos out of you on Hot Dog and sell him.
Maybe bats too. Just kidding. That one will never see the surface of light again.
Just so I can have for my own.
He leveled out. I'm going to get that belly off of him. I say we bring him back.
He was an eliminator. He was trying to get out from under me.
Do I get
jumped
to?
ahead.
Do I get to flank him?
No, let me flank him this time.
Well, that's not fair.
I'll flank him.
All right. All right,
We'll have a redemption round.
but I need the first video for my own personal.
Yeah, we'll give him the video.
Do
I'll
not give
flank
him
him.
the video.
I'm not gonna put it on Instagram or Facebook or
No,
anything.
you just show everybody you see, so it'd just be like
I
putting
will
it
not.
on Instagram.
I will not.
He gets the video.
No,
I don't remember what, but you can also wear spurs.
And see, we were partners way before you ever come around.
Yeah.
So I get the video. Then you can do whatever on
Yeah, they did put his
The-
name first.
Yeah.
JBDB. He's kind of the
the
boss.
big old herd bull that you fell off of.
He's got big, scary horns.
yeah.
Just one. I cut the other one off.
Yeah. Dang. What was it? An infection?
Horn infection.
Horn infection. Man,
He did. You should have seen when I first got him.
Yeah.
He did look scary.
He was
had
never
two of
mean
them
though,
big
huh?
old bats up there.
He was never mean though, huh?
No, they told me he was mean, and like if you seen a picture of him, you'd think, oh yeah, big old horns on him, high headed looking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, heck yeah, I bought him, got him here, we bucked him, and I stepped right in front of him, and he went around me, and I
Yeah.
was like, I called that guy. I was like, hey, your definition of mean and my definition of mean are way different.
Yeah. It come from Jerome, didn't he? I'm sure he went somewhere else first.
Originally.
Yeah, originally.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Mason Taylor. He's like, big, scary, mean son of a gun. Sends me a picture, and I'm like, all right, he looks the part. And he turned back right in the gate. So I got him here, and we bucked him. And he wasn't mean at all. I called Mason. I was like, you need to come hang out at Bucktown more often. I'll show you what mean is.
Then he said that red muley wasn't.
Yeah.
He chased Ty up the
That's what he said. I saw him Saturday night, and that's what he said. He goes, there's something about Bucktown, man.
That's what I'm saying.
He goes, I brought 2 practice bulls over there, and one of them about killed one guy. And
Except bats. It calmed bats down. But I remember in that video, I yell, I I thought you said he wasn't mean.
He says he is.
He is. Or
No.
I thought he said he is mean.
Those practice bulls I had when I lived in North Carolina, like, you could take them somewhere else, and they weren't mean at all.
Yeah.
But you buck them at the house,
It was before they got cut.
and they would mow you down.
Oh, dang. Those are big.
Is that a picture of him?
Yeah.
They were thick like that all the way to the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He had some big old bats on
I'm not
him.
showing you, Ty. I'm showing the camera. Make sure it can see it.
There's some, you need to use my glasses?
Uh,
There's some binoculars over there.
Do people are you glad, or do you wish you hadn't made the comment in the 23 interview? How's the 2 years later now, like after saying
Oh, it's
how did you do it?
BS because now when my friends are like, come on, Kai, let's go to the bar, and I don't want to, I'm like, no, they're like, you can't be. I'm like, I choose when I want to be one. Leave me alone.
I didn't think it would backfire on you like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
What'd you
legacy.
say in that interview? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Hey, I will say that Samantha did try to get a certain individual to make shirts with something like this on a long time ago, and he wouldn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's
We
when
can make some for you too.
you were first cracking out. I think you're
Yeah.
scared that your audience would not think so highly of that.
Just took good buddy Australian to do it.
Well, also I
Just took on a podcast with JB Mauney cussing all the time for them to loosen up around it. Okay.
okay, maybe I did loosen up a little, and also we did the workaround with the cat, which it's kind of weird because it looks like a cool cat,
Yeah.
I
you
asked,
know, and you kind of want to be that
I asked
cat.
Peyton
yeah.
from Yeti because I've got a cup that says it.
Yeah.
Don't actual saying, and we were on a call that Dingaling missed because there was 2 calls that day. What was that? You were there, weren't you? At his house that day when we bucked the
Oh
bulls?
yeah.
So they had one at 8:00, and I was on it, and Luke and all of them were on there, and I had that cup, and I asked Peyton, I said, could you get me a cup, a Yeti that says this? And so she sent me this and a couple more.
That's funny.
And she's like, yeah, we've added Kai to the list now. I don't know if he's on this call or not. I was like, he's not. Yeah,
Then I forgot about
Yeah.
it.
You responded in our group text pretty early.
Yeah, that one, that's surprised. That's because he slept the whole day before.
That was the day it was raining and storming, and
Yeah, I sent
I
that.
went to church, and that's about it.
To repent for the he did the night before, or the 2 nights before.
No, we went over this. You probably already had repented. God can hear you wherever you
Yeah.
are. Yeah. So you're glad you. But other than that, other than people now tell you not to be other than that, you still mean it.
Yeah, well, it just kind of came out. I didn't put much thought into it. I didn't want to be like,
Well, that's
how'd you do it? Oh, well, I went to bed early and I just be all motivational, I'm like, oh, not being
Not being.
fact of the matter is.
there's a difference in not being one in the bull riding and not going to the bar.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's not the same deal.
For sure.
But when he did get wrecked out, I went to the hospital because I thought it broke his face all to pieces.
Yeah.
And I get there and he didn't have a mark on him.
I was faking the whole thing.
Yeah, like the doctor come out and they were like, family? His mom and dad were like, yeah. I was like, I'm his brother. And I went in with him and walked around the corner and they're talking to him. I'm looking and he doesn't have a scratch on his face. I was like, no stitches? No, nothing. No, he hit me in the chest. I was like, quit faking it. And then that doctor was like, well, he probably doesn't need to ride, because he had a little air bubble on one lung. And his mom's like, oh, he doesn't need to ride in the morning. And I was like, why? Well, the little air bubble. I said, he's got 2 lungs. He's got a world title to win. Mom, come on. We're not thinking about safety here.
Now, I'm
We're
his
thinking about gold
brother.
buckles, okay?
I'm his brother, so I can.
Yeah, I get a say in this.
Remember, I'm in the room now.
Yeah. I'm his adopted dad that's been put him on practice bulls all year.
Yeah, y'all been over there. I've been having to deal with him
Yeah.
over in the States on stateside. Here we are stateside.
Shows up to help me build cross fences. Stops by here, gets a 4-pack of Beast out, slams them.
You get some work done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not how he wanted it, but
And the fence, the wire. I looked and I said, Kai, how many spots we going between each wire? 5. And I was like, evidently you can't count. I'll fix it.
But you had a good time.
a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time. Made fence building fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Working will make you ride better than anything in this world.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Well, you ride bad, you go get you a day job and do some actual work, and that's what I did. I
Yeah.
would do that. I'd go trim feet, bull feet all day.
Oh, yeah. You had that truck,
Trim and
huh?
shoot, yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't it
go
on
to-
a truck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go do that all day, and it didn't take me very long to figure out I wanted to stay on.
Yeah.
Any job really made me want to stay on because I hated like I'm messing with bulls every day. I don't call that work. That's just what I like doing. That's what Samantha's like. You're not over there working. You're doing what you want to do. I said,
Right.
just so happens that I get to do what I love doing every day.
Yeah.
Sorry about your luck.
Yeah. I just happen to have a fun job.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate their job. That was I was in a podcast the other day with Boots O'Neill. He's 93. He still rides every day, still ranches. And this interviewer, he was asking, like, trying to get like some life advice, and he kept asking questions, and Boots just kept having the same answer. Just make sure you're doing what you love. And I mean, that's his, his legacy. He just, I guess that's what makes a 93-year-old get up and go to work, is he loves it, But I just, about the third time he answered that, and the guy was just changing up the question because he wanted a certain answer out of Boots, but he just kept going back. It's like, you just got to do what you love. And if you don't, I think the common denominator is you got to, the prerequisite, whatever the wording is for it, but like you got to work hard at it.
Oh yeah.
You can't just, go have a play job,
Yeah.
You got to work hard at it.
That's what I think. A lot of guys now don't love riding bulls.
Yeah.
They just do it. And that's the difference. Because if you don't love it, you're not going to come here and get on all the time, and you're not going to take the abuse I give him unless you do love it.
Yeah. Well, too, I think you when you're running Bucktown, about Bucktown specifically, like, you don't just make everybody get on everything. Like,
No.
like the other day, my man Cleveland, he's not been on that many bulls, but he will get on anything right now. And there was some bull you were trying to buck, and I was like, do you want, and you were like, no, not this one. Like, you're going to try to,
Oh, yeah, I don't try to kill nobody off.
yeah.
Like,
He did me, but
he picked that bull. I had 5 bulls loaded. I said, what do you want next? I'll get on him. Okay.
he didn't try to kill me off.
Pick your poison.
I killed myself off.
That is one thing with all my interns. Like, if they ask me, I will tell them. But like, with rodeo, you got to personally want to do it, which I'm sure that's what's frustrating about being a coach. Like, I can't tell my guys, like, get on a ranker bull. Like, I got a saddle bronc rider getting on, and we bucked this one bull without a flank, and like, or horse, I'm sorry. And there'll come a point, and I might make a suggestion a little bit because he doesn't know, but he's going to have to want it. I'll load him. I don't know. It's so tricky.
That's Case. He's figured it out. Because he said, I've got you figured out. I said, what do you mean? He said, you say things without saying things.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, I know. And I said, the reason I do that is because the people that actually are listening and want to get better and and are paying attention, they pick up on what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I said, the ones that don't really care, They don't even know what the hell I'm talking about.
You have some guys come out here to get on just to impress you.
Yeah, I'm not easily impressed, though. Ask Kai. I mean, he's got a gold buckle hanging around his waist, and I still run him in the ground all the time.
I could win the world 100 times. It'll never be enough.
I'm not going to say I love you, so.
Just one time, say it, please.
Oh, yeah, there's some guys do, but then some don't. You know, because they've probably heard stories, and they all think I'm.
Yeah.
You know, there's one kid came here and was getting on, and bull was standing fine in the chute. He re-pulled his rope a couple times, and then boy that was helping him said something, "Oh, get that hoe right." And I was looking, this bull hadn't done anything really to re-pull and everything, and so I used up there and I looked, and I was watching. All this bull was doing was every time he'd slide up, he was just taking his head, hitting the slide. Wasn't bucking, wasn't. And he went to re-pull it the third time, and I walked around and I leaned down in his ear and I said, "I gave you 3 chances to get this hoe right." I said, and he's been right since he's been standing in here. I said, eventually, you got to decide in your head whether you want to be a bull rider or a bull getter owner. I said, so the next time you take your rep, you better slide up there and nod and not. And of course, that bull slammed his. And he's never been back.
That's cutting straight through the bull right there.
Well, I mean, I gave him 3 chances.
Yeah.
Like, and if the bull's bad in there, I get it. Like, you
Yeah.
know, but he wasn't doing anything. And
He just obviously was hesitant about getting on bulls out there.
I guess I don't know. We cut through the weak hearted ones pretty quick, like around here.
Yeah.
Yep. And after last week, they have figured out real fast it's not a hangout either.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome to come watch. People are, but if you say you're coming to get on bulls and you show up and you don't get your bag out, you might as well just get back in the truck with your rigging bag and turn around and leave, because this ain't a hangout. It ain't a party. We're bucking bulls.
Yeah. I try to just bring bull riders and Donnie. I do bring Donnie.
Well, you got to bring Donnie.
You got to bring Donnie. You got to have.
That's right after I put that post last week when I was all mad.
Uh-huh.
Dalton Castle texted me. He's like, "Man, I was about to come over there and watch, but I'm glad I didn't." I was like, "That's different, man." Like,
Yeah.
like if Kai comes over and doesn't want to get on, I don't care. But one guy texted and said, "Yes, I'm coming to get on."
Yeah.
And then he shows up and he asks to get on one certain bull, and the guy that owned him said no, and so he never got his bag out of the truck. Now that's not going to fly.
Right.
Like he wants to act like Kai, be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, but the first thing you got to do is learn how to ride better if you want to do that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of guys. I think it seems like you might be doing it, but maybe not, where they'll load a bunch of bulls and this is what's next. So we're not loading anything else till we buck
Oh, yeah.
these.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I got a lot of outside bulls here, and then when people bring bulls over here, I feel obligated, to get their bulls bucked before I get
Right.
mine. Them older bulls that are practice bulls, I don't have to buck those bulls every week. But guys that send me young bulls that need outs and things like that, like I have to buck them. I need to buck them. That's what they're paying me to do. And so that's how I load bulls. Whatever needs to be bucked gets loaded first. You get through those, I'll load whatever you want to get on after that.
Yeah. There is a certain level of ability you need to have before you show up here, though.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, like
a beginner doesn't need to show up. Yeah.
No, I mean, this is not, a lot of people put on there, well, do you have youth bulls? And no, I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
You've sent people to me before.
yeah. And they're like, hey, can I come out and get on? No, but I know where you could go.
That's our other division.
That's the JV division. We've said that in videos. JB is varsity and we are JV.
Yeah, I mean, like if Well, that's what I do. Like today, I call you. Hey, send me a video. This Red Bull's going to work for them guys. He's not going to work here.
Right. Yeah, and he did. Good job, Cleveland.
Yeah. And
I've been giving you advice for 100 bulls. JB says one thing to you, and it changes your entire. I don't even. He didn't even like make it a complete sentence either. He's like, "Get your hips back down." He kind of whispered it. Cleveland just turns around.
got to keep them hips under you.
Yeah. So if you are out there listening and you're thinking, I really do want it. You might really want it, but also make sure you've got a few hundred bulls under your belt where you're able to.
Yeah, like I mean, people talk about me putting on bull riding schools and things like that, and I don't. I might eventually, I don't know, but right now I don't want to. And as far as beginners coming out here, this is not the place for it.
Yeah,
this is a place for guys like Kai, guys that are riding bulls, going and riding bulls all the time that want to come get on practice bulls to get better.
Yeah.
This isn't a place to come start and learn.
Right.
I mean, it's a place to learn, but not from step one. Because I promise you, I don't have a bull I can put you on.
Yeah. I thought that was I thought it was a jump kicker you had loaded in your trailer earlier.
Oh,
Without ended up
that's
being
skinny.
a cow. Yeah.
That's Jagger's one cow.
You keep her at Bart's?
Yeah. Because I mean, there's nothing but bulls here.
Right.
And I had one cow.
Yeah.
And I asked Bart the other day when I was over there, I'll stop by Bart's in the mornings when I'm drinking coffee, he's feeding. And I said, hey, would you keep these cows here? He said, yeah, this set stays here. I said, would it be all right if I brought Jagger's cow over and just let them run together? Because I said, it's kind of a pain in my ass, moving her around and trying to keep her. And he said, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I told Jagger I wouldn't get rid of her because it's a horrible deal. I should have never told him any of them was his. It's like his
You should
mother.
put Todaruski over Skinny.
That's what somebody said today. Said, man, that'd be a big old set of horns.
Yeah.
She does have huge horns. Golly.
That's what I told him. I said, because there's no telling how old that cow is.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I bought her and with another set of cows. And she was thin and poor, and I doctored her, and she had a calf every year. She calves late, but she has a calf every year. I thought it was wintertime. It was cold, and she was always the first one to the feed trap. And I went out there to feed one day, and them cows come up to eat, and I was like, man, she's probably done laid down and died somewhere. And I went out there, and she had a calf on her. Every year.
Well, that'd be a cool head to have.
That's what I told Jagger. I said, we'll keep her. She'll die here.
Yeah. Where do you put your dead heads?
Do what?
Where do you put your skulls?
Just depends. I got one hanging in a tree down there.
Yeah. Did you get that? Did you keep that black bull, that one I had here? Ball face?
Oh, yeah, he's back there in the pit.
He's in the pit. You let him break down in the pit. That's a good spot.
Yeah.
I figured.
And then once it's all, then I go get the skull.
There you go. But you don't want Bats' skull anymore.
I do.
Oh, you do?
I do.
You're not mad at him anymore?
No. I like him a lot better with his skull.
No. I'm not mad at him
throw
anymore.
darts at it.
You got to ride him again, though, if you...
What are you talking about? What do you mean I got to ride him? I did.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
You got like 6 seconds.
Yeah, that never happened. Right.
I didn't even get on him.
Yeah. I didn't bring him. I'll bring him one day and you ride him. Yeah.
I need that video that never happened, though.
But Hot Dog, it's just too bad he's
I
a
might
muley.
make it my screensaver.
Hot Dog might have to stay. That way, then, if there's a beginner that comes to Bucktown, I can bring Hot Dog over.
Hot Dog would be, I don't know if he's a good, I mean, like he's a little much for a beginner.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be good for a beginner either.
I mean, he's no
He's got the turn in him. The turn might get some guys.
The 7.3. He's no 7.3X, but yeah. How many times you been on him? 3? Yeah.
Yeah, and he about hooked both of us up against the panels the other day.
He got Quentin the other day.
Did
Quentin
he?
got a little too close, and Hot Dog got a little brave. He
I
only
thought-
got
I
him
thought
with his
he was-
nose.
I thought he was going to mash me and him against the fence.
That would just
He's kind of a bully. I mix him in there with them bigger bulls, just moving him around, and he'll go whooping up on them big bulls.
if he
They
had
just
horns.
take it.
If he had horns, he'd be. Without the horns, it's just kind of more cute than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, until you're got a gap between you and him and Kai and a panel,
Yeah.
and it was closing quick.
Yeah, it's not bad now while he's kind of small, but I bet if he gets full size, he could hurt you.
Yeah, I feel like he's still growing.
Yeah.
He got in the fence that day, like he was out of a left and went out there and went right. Well, I was easing out there, and I didn't want to pick him up because he was up against that fence. And then he did it on his own, jumped forward and come back left. Dingling here gets off between him and the fence, and he wheels around, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And he just stopped. I was like, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good to have. So long as he's doing that, I hope Bats keeps bucking too. Bats and Hot Dog. Like, I hope they keep the same trip. Not that one that didn't happen, but this other trip. And then Hot Dog, the same thing. I hope he stays the same.
Bats.
Animals like that, I got a bucking horse, 3C66, and she'll have a home as long as she's doing that. They're a little harder to keep around. They just eat so much. They eat that grass all the way to the ground. But anyways, whatever. We got to feed too many animals around there.
I mean, I can send Tudaruski up there for you.
Dude, those big horns, plus he's mean.
He would make for some good videos.
Yeah. I like fighting bulls for these guys, but you can see the kind of bulls I pick for our string. Something that are easy for me to get around on just a casual Tuesday.
Yeah, he's not real easy to get around.
No.
If you got to shoot the gap on him, the gap closes real quick.
There's not as many bullfighters around me to just hire. That's why I got bulls like a Hot Dog.
That's why
Some of your bulls are mean.
That's why I got guys like
Yeah, there's
Stu.
plenty of people that are like, hey, let us know when you're bucking bulls. Like, we'll come help you and step around them. It's way more entertaining
Yeah.
when I don't have somebody to save me.
Yeah. It does make you kind of think about it, huh?
Yeah, makes you do things real correct.
Yeah. Huh. Well, how many more practice sessions before you leave?
2 or 3, I get. We'll see. We'll play it by ear.
You're going to leave Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Drive the whole way?
Hey, the year he won the world.
I went 2 for 4 the Sunday I left.
Oh, really?
The day he left.
Oh, dang.
Blew his tennis shoe off of one.
Bucked me out of my tennis shoes.
Hung to him.
Oh, Big Bats was the last one I got on. He got me right.
Yeah. Didn't you, we had showed up like the week before,
Yeah.
and then y'all had like, that was when you got on. I remember we got that clip of you going, someone strong, come pull my rope. I think that was that same fall.
Yeah, the day he was leaving to drive to the NFR, we 2 for 40.
2 for 40.
Bad one.
and you-
Bad one wasn't good. So then I got on another one, rode that one. Well, then the third one, I'd rode it before. I'm like, I'll ride that one too.
Weren't you sitting
That one got me down. So then we had to run all bats in.
And
to
that
get-
was, you
get
think
right.
me smiling was good? You ought to see that video.
Yeah. Didn't you, you were sitting second that year too, because Stetson was winning it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get hurt till second or third round, wasn't it?
Second.
So did you feel that same way?
Were you
Then-
yawning? I know
Yeah,
you
man.
hadn't been up that long.
Been hot at it today.
Oh, yeah.
Been hot at it today.
16 seconds worth of work.
Yeah. So didn't you, so you kind of got the same, do you feel the same as that year?
Yeah, the gap to close just ain't as big. It was like 100,000 that year. It's only 30 this year, so.
But wasn't it the Wednesday that you won the 90 in one day? Or no, it was 114.
Yeah, because I won like 14,000 that morning in that round that they made up. And then that night I won the 90 or whatever it was.
Maybe it didn't all count.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, that night it did?
Yeah.
Every
He was the only one to ride.
Oh, the ground money counts
Yeah.
in the bull ride.
in the bull ride. Forget about that.
Yep.
Whew.
That's what Jim Gay texted me when he was the only one to ride that night. He said, well, you turned him into a bull rider. I said, he just needed a push. I said, best part of it, old school wins again.
Old school wins again. Yeah. You were worked up that perf.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Don't get mad at all. A little mad.
Is that
It worked in my favor.
the maddest you've been
Yeah, probably.
since then?
That's what Stetson said. Stetson said, I've never seen Kyle that mad.
Yeah.
It worked out good because I had a mean, not exciting one to have, and I didn't care.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That did help go work out in your favor.
Yeah.
What about the hustling part? Having to like that morning when you were like
Yeah.
just getting there just
It's
in
like
time?
The perf started at 10, and I got a call at 9:30. Hey, you're going to have to get on this morning, otherwise you can't get on tonight.
But you
I'm coming.
yeah. But so you had just enough time
Yeah.
to get ready.
Yeah.
Does that help you or does it matter?
What time did you get out of the hospital, though?
At 7:30, and then I went back to the room, and they're like, well, you can get on both of them tonight. I'm like, perfect. I'm gonna go sleep all day, get to feeling better, and I'll be good. I think called me at 9:30. You're gonna have to get on this morning, otherwise you can't get on tonight. Because like if you mess around,
Right.
you have to miss the next one.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm coming.
Yeah. But you were having to hustle through your whole program. You know, you didn't get up there early.
Yeah. Well,
That was a few guys trying to take him out of the average that made all that happen.
Yeah.
because at first I didn't think they were going to discharge me from the hospital in time to get to the morning perf. So that's why I'm like, well, and I also thought I was going to have to pass a concussion protocol. I'm like, this is not going to be good. But then I found out that there was no concussion protocol, so I didn't have to do it.
Yeah. Turns out. Is there one in the PBR?
Oh, yeah. Turns out he called the right person.
Yeah.
Hey, can they tell me I can't get on? No, sir. Not here.
Tandy's like, you want to do this concussion test? I said, I'm getting on whether I pass it or not. So you don't want to do it? Nope.
He made me do one when I got wrecked out.
At the NFR 22.
Yeah, but he knew I was getting on whether I passed it or not, too.
What do they do? What's the test?
Well, let's see what they try to get your heart rate up, because sign of a concussion when your heart rate gets up is you get nauseated.
Mm.
And so they were like, well, you're going to have to do push-ups. I was like, you looked at my shoulders lately? And they were like, well, what about squats? I said, why don't you go ask Tandy about the shape these knees are in?
Yeah.
And they were thinking, they were like, all right, stationary bicycle.
Yeah.
I pedaled it. So I'm going,
Did you pass it?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I passed every one I've ever taken. I may have not been holding back, wanting to throw up all over that bicycle, but
Right. Yeah. I get it. I get why it's in place.
oh,
But it's also like, man, you guys are sending us 1099s at the end of the year. It's not W-2s. You know, we're self-employed.
see, when I showed up in the PBR, it wasn't like that either. You know, Tandy could suggest that you didn't get on, but he couldn't tell you. And then it changed.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the beginning of the year, you had to take a concussion test for your baseline.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way, if you got knocked out, they'd make you take it and see similarities and everything.
Yeah.
Because there was plenty of times before that rule was in place. He told me, he's like, you don't need to get on. I was like, well, you better get to taping because I am.
Right. It's just weird, you know, it's like we don't have a salary. Like we got to pay entry fees. And if we win, then we get paid. So it makes sense that we get to do what we want. You know, you can turn out what bull you want.
Yeah.
You can get on if you want.
I had one of those guys in the PBR tell me that, well, I made you $7 million. I was like, really? How many of those bulls did you ride?
Yeah. Dang. What was his argument? Just that they...
Trying to figure out why guys that rodeoed wouldn't come to the PBR.
Yeah.
And this is after I'd quit going to PBRs and start rodeoing. He's like, well, why don't those guys not come over? I said, you don't get it. And I said, you've almost taken everything fun out of the sport. And you've dang sure taken almost everything cowboy out of it. And he's like, well, we got the most money, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, you do. I said, but you don't get it. I said, guys are willing to make a little bit less money to be able to do what they want, when they want, and how they want.
Yeah.
Because when I showed up, it was kind of like rodeo, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then the longer I went, everything started changing, and they started trying to tell you what you could do, what you couldn't. And when I come out with that concussion test, that's what I asked Tandy. I said, so you're telling me if I don't pass a test, you're not going to let me get on my bull?
Yeah.
I was like, that's the dumbest I've ever heard.
Right. On to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
You got any life advice?
No, I'm still trying to figure mine out.
Don't be a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is something he's told you? Can you think of anything?
Get on practice bulls.
Get on practice bulls.
Don't worry. I send him stuff on Instagram all the time.
Can't let all my secrets out.
I get
can't
it.
say he's actually good at coaching.
I get it.
He's just mean, all right?
He's just mean. Nobody come here.
No, probably the practice bulls though, because like when I was younger, I used to practice all the time. Then when I came over here, someone told me like, you need to get paid to practice, which I get, but not everybody can just not practice and show up and do the job. Like I have to get on every week, otherwise my timing gets off. And I kind of bought into that for a few years, and like I wasn't riding as good as I do now, or as good as I should have at the time. Then when I finally came here and started practicing again, a lot of things changed.
Yeah. What life advice you got?
Don't let go.
Don't let go.
That's what I told him. I said, after he won the world and then come back and hurt his shoulder and everything, I said, I get it. It's hard to find the motivation. I said, because you try something your whole life, to win, and then you get it, and then it's like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah.
I said, you don't know it, but you let your foot off the throttle. I said, the one thing you got to remember, though, is the only people that are going to remember that gold buckle hanging around your waist are your friends and your family. And I said, how many fans have you ever seen come up to me and say, oh, you're JB Mooney, the 2-time world champion? I said, never. Not one time. I said, they always say, oh, you're the $7 million guy, or you're the guy that rode Bushwhacker. I said, that's it. I said, they don't remember that. I said, and I told him, I said, you think back to what you were doing when you won the world. You were getting on bulls all the time.
Yeah.
And I said, the proof's there. You just got to remember, you got to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
When it's over with 1 year, hit reset and do it all over again.
Yeah. Here we go. NFR 2025. We'll see y'all out there.
Not me.
Not JB. Yeah. I may fly back and help you for the Tuesday practice. Yeah. That sounds like fun. We'll watch Kai. We'll watch you from afar.
At my house at the watch party that I'm not having.
We're gonna go to your house.
Don't worry,
Watch you
we'll post Kai's address.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome.
Party at Hump
Then
Town.
I'll be texting him. Why didn't you ask me?
Because you didn't ask me.
You didn't ask me if you could go to my house and get on my booze.
It's called payback.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought Jenny asked you.
Yeah. Oh, we actually, on our way out here, rodeotime.com, I've got not only JB Mauney apparel, but Kai Hamilton. So these are the two, and Cody Webster, we talked to him earlier, but these three guys, but JB and Kai, I need to look and see which one we sold more of last quarter. Whether it's JB's or
I'm
Kai's.
pretty sure I know. I'm waiting on the rodeo time shirt I come up with for Kai Hamilton.
Yeah, what was it?
Please be patient.
Oh, please be patient. I'm something and something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do
Gay
that
and
one.
retarded.
Oh, that's what it was. There it is. Cool. On to the next one. Check out rodeotime.com for these guys' apparel. Pow pow.